Okay, guys, we're here with a bit of a spicy one today. We're playing some Esper Stoneblade. We got some interesting cards in the main deck here, especially the Esper Charm and Dakon, making it truly Esper. We also got Teferi as all of our blue cards in the main deck. But something else that's a little bit more interesting is Sanctifier in deck as a response to Dragon Rage Channeler, Ragavan, and all these red-black X decks going around. Card is very, very good in the main deck right now, and I think it's poised to do very well. This deck may be a bit slow, seeing as, our main ways to win are Stoneforge with Sanctifier and Doubthy Voidwalker, but I think we have potential with this deck being able to go long, and using the fact of a Dakon being able to set up our draw stuff very, very well. Basically, I wanted to play Dakon and see how it actually is in Modern. Worst case scenario, like a 3-mana removal spell that exiles, which, exile removal spell is not too bad. And, getting to play Teferi, especially with a lot of, Cascade decks going around, Teferi is great against those decks. We've got on the sideboard more answers to, Cascade, as well as, other random decks, Chalice, Void Mirror, and some other all-purpose cards, Ceremonious Rejection, Gideon, Dam, Nile Spellbomb, Surgical, and the such. Let us get into it. The hand looks great. I get to discard them into a Stoneforge Mystic. So you get black, blue, so Watery Grave here into Plains. Reasonable. See what they're working with. Plains. Whoa. Dark Confidant seems like the pick for me. It seems like, based on what their deck is doing, that Stoneforge Mystic is going to absolutely demolish them. So that's really good for me. Stoneforge Mystic, go get called Ultra Confident. Off to the races. I guess they could have some sort of Path to Exile or Prismatic Ending for my creature. Besides that, don't feel too bad. I guess they could have Fatal Push also for my Stoneforge Mystic, but they don't, which is great for me. Now we just gotta start beating down. What's great about having, being able to be a 3-color deck is, the Prismatic Ending is going to be good, at all parts of the game, not just, taking down 1-drops. All very, very nice things for my deck. Whoa, 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 my opponent just cycled Flirt. What is happening here? Is this white-black Asmore? They get Flourishing Fox with Ranger Captain to cycle for this. Okay. That's interesting. Not have thought about that. Thoughtseize. I'll pay. I know where to stick at this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take Ranger Captain here. And then I can take out this Underworld Cookbook as well. And if they find another way to, get Asmore into play, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because I still have Vindicate for Asmore if I really need to. See Doomwake Tech on Twitter. I mean, I see Doomwake just talking about Asmore, and then I play against Asmore like ever, and it's usually like people have built their decks in ways such that Asmore is essentially not really that big of a deal. Wait, target. Don't think I need that necessarily. Surgical Extraction could be fine. I feel like what I've seen, I just want to play a value game here. So Fairy seems kind of bad against them. If you can link, I guess I'll look at Doomwake's Twitter, take a look at the deck list to see exactly what's going on, because I'm not 100% sure. Looked like straight white-black. Maybe nettle cysts happening, fracture, you know, still not too bad. I could bring in surgical extraction to deal with like the 4-2, but we do have Dalthy Boyd Walker and Sanctifier Vex, so I think I'm just gonna do this. This seems reasonable to me. I need to stop the humming now. I always forget to stop the humming for the YouTube videos. Well, this hand doesn't have blue mana for this, has Cauldron Culting in the hand, and doesn't start the game until turn 3, so it seems kind of bad. This hand is better. Things that are somewhat problematic with it, I will keep. Thank you. Thank you, Mind Wicked. I appreciate the Prime. Yeah, that is dumb. I have to think about getting rid of Vindicator Esper Charm. I think I'm going to get rid of Vindicate, because my guess is that just, like, single spot removal isn't going to be that important here, comparative to, you know, the potential card advantage I can get from this. Hopefully I can draw another black source so I can turn to the Deathy. Are playing Urza Saga. I should have thought about Urza Saga. I completely forgot about that card, I'm going to be honest. Let's go get Watery Grave tapped. Whiffed there. So let's Prismatic Ending the book away. Have anything to do with the book anyways. Big turning point in this game is if they have a third land, which they almost assuredly do if they're willing to play out there as a Saga there. They did. Not very surprising. Completely whiff on a land there, unfortunately. On the draw, I kept a 2-lander, whiffed on the land. I guess they drew that this turn. I guess Fatal Push is the most efficient. I've got a feeling I'm just going to lose this Urza Saga. Because if I drew a land there, then I just absolutely demolish my opponent because I Esper Charm this in speed and in their hand just does nothing. Like before they even make a token, and now they just get a 3-for-1 me, which is very problematic here. My hand just did not play out in a way that was suitable. So I just whiffed on the lands. Yep, can do this. So this is their hand right now. I need to find lands. I just need to find lands. That's it. There's a land. Fortunately, I think I have to do this and just exile a construct. Just 3-mana removal spell here. Then we kill the other construct with Fatal Push. And then if we can potentially also put Douthie Void Walker next turn if we draw another land, would be great for me. So they are playing red, so I guess they do have Prismatic Ending for 3 colors. Or even potentially 4 colors, actually, Spring Leaf Jump. It's actually kind of a problem now that I think about it. Because I can deal with my Gideon. Well, that's 6 damage. But the rest of their hand isn't really anything, so it's not that big of a deal. Just have to kill off this construct so I don't, like, die here, unfortunately. What was your most sensual experience? What does that mean? I can't think of my most sensual, what would be considered my most sensual experience. Does Jeff Judd just play a bunch of brews? I feel like I recognize his name actually. Let's point that out. I guess I just make him discard two now. Oh, I didn't play on my land first. Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm shame conceding. I'm shame conceding. So bad. So bad I didn't play out my land. I don't care that I'm like potentially even fine. Ah, I need to not shame concede too, but I shame concede. It's too shameful. I'm too shameful. Though my guess is if they discarded both their prismatic endings and they kept a card in hand, I probably wasn't winning anyways. But that was very, very, very shameful. Very, very shameful. I think I possibly could have been fine there. Damn, that feels so bad. Just feeling ashamed. Okay. Now I've got a better idea of what's going on. Hopefully, better deal with it all. That was pretty pathetic. That was pretty pathetic there. Hmm. Chuckles. Yeah. Okay, this time I will not make a horrid mistake. I swear. I'm not gonna fatal push there. Hmm. Forge Mystic. Paul Drugs. If they don't immediately deal with the Stone Force, then they probably lose. Be a shame. uh, People like, just saying all sorts of stuff. That's fun. Wow, just playing on tap. That's crazy, actually. Very scared of them just like prismatic ending the token. I don't think they have as more. I think I'm fine waiting a turn here actually by just doing this. Esper Sentinels are super annoying. Seen that. I don't want their top deck Asmores to be good. The disaster is they top decked or had like some way to deal with my Stoneforge Mystic now and didn't before. Vintage replaced with Pauper, really? Wow. Well, I mean that doesn't really matter either way on the Stoneforge Mystic. Where did you see that announcement, Sauce? So you can link it to me. That's like such a travesty because Pauper is like unplayable right now. It's so sad. Vintage is like actively good right now. So my QPs expire on the 11th. That's good to know. Oh, white, blue here. So what? Solid fountain. Which ever good. I think vintage is completely fine right now. I think Vintage is like completely fine, especially compared to Pauper, which is completely unplayable. Like, there's literally only 3 decks you can play. Imagine an Eternal format where the only decks you can play is like 3 decks, and everything else is essentially unplayable. Sounds awful. When I say like unplayable, I mean like truly bad. Oh, they just actually have nothing. Decks. Well, so there's lots of different ways you can build the decks, I think, in Modern, and like actual variations in like even within like these potentially limited archetypes, what it looks like. But in Pauper, that is just not the case. Like, it's literally Blue Black Fairies, Storm, Affinity, essentially nothing else. That's like really bad. Let's play this out faster. It's like, let's see, top 8 of last one. One Orzhov Pestilence, Dimir Fairies, Dimir 6? No, 5 Dimir Fairies, 1 Mono Blue Fairies, Storm, Orzhov Pestilence. Literal 5 Dimir Fairies. I mean, I hope so. If they don't, it's really bad. That's cool. I agree. Even with like the fact that the leagues in Pauper like skew the metagame, 20% affinity, like 13.5% storm, 10% fairies. Like the rest is all just like very minimal. Let's see, the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4 storm. No, 1, 2, 3, 5 storm, 2 Dimir fairies, 1 Tron. So I mean, obviously in all of Magic, even if your deck is like 40% or less against the field, you can still top 8 a small event. Like, it's not unlikely to happen. Pauper challenge before that. 1, 2, 2 affinity. 1, 2, 2, 2 storm. Let's see. 2 Dimir fairies. 1 mono blue fairies, and then 1 pestilence. And like, it's the same stuff like every single challenge. It's like, I was werewolf back later yesterday. And actually, I mean, humans itself didn't feel that bad. I was drawing pretty well, but I played against a lot of very bad matchups. Like the Grixis deck, incredibly bad matchup. Played against it twice, and then played against like Jeskai mono removal spells as well. Pretty bad matchup. I just played against the mono removal spells decks, and then, like the decks where my cards actually matter, my interaction and the like meddling mages. I guess this is Amulet. Oh, I'm gonna take that. You're playing against Oops All Spells. That's not good. Oh, that's completely fine. I don't care about that. Hmm. Not sure they can actually beat this card. I probably should have taken Grief there, actually. MLX, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. MLEX. MLEX. Thank you for the sub, MLX. I appreciate that a lot. Scoop. Scoop. That'll be Voidwalker. Scoop Blue. I literally forget how like the Oops All spell decks works in modern, so I'm trying to remember it. I think this may actually be good, because this stops a lot of their fast mana. This could be fine as well. I think Prismatic Ending is also probably fine. Indicate, also fine. Esper Charm, I think, essentially does nothing. Or Fire Knight's essentially worthless. Kaya, probably not. Like, these cards don't really do anything. Teferi can at least bounce one of their things. Maybe Esper Charm, because it's just like discard, and sometimes you just discard it out. I'm LDX, please say that every time. Against Justice League. I mean, my deck list is like incredibly skewed towards attacking the graveyard. I think this is good, and I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, no lands. Every card I'd want, but no lands. Is this actually good enough? Black or red from all graveyards. Sanctify and Vec actually do anything against their deck. It does make it so the creeping chills don't work, but it doesn't stop the other cards, right? Or is what's it called? Salvage Titan? It does stop Salvage Titan, right? Salvage Titan's black? Yeah, so this should be good enough, right? I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, glad I didn't just die in mulligan at discard. Just for the stream. See you guys later. uh, yeah, it's gonna be hard for them to beat this card. I have like an actual clock, so it's kind of nice. Sometimes you just gotta vindicate. Is that correct? Shouldn't that be exiled? Or am I just like, since I killed it as it was a land, it was colorless, so it doesn't go to exile? I don't think it will matter, but I wonder. It's correct. Hmm. Well, X permanent, which is check when it dies. Okay. Reading the card. Well, my opponent is Raging Tilt Monster. I'll do this, see if they're still there, you know? Do a check on their you know, they're turning into Raging Tilt Monster, you know? Oh. Alright. They're back. They're back. Lingering Souls works perfect with Dakon. Definitely not beating this one. Well, this hand played out very well, especially when they did nothing. Sick deck, opponent. Sick deck. How long is the market demonic grab for? You guys like say the weirdest like slang or whatever that I just don't understand. Or you're mistype. What does that mean, crab for? I'm looking this hand. Okay, our first Lyris of the Dream Dead player. Plans here. Go get Watery Grave Tattoo, I think. Oh, still we're against. We're against Stool Hammer Time. Not go up. Just go inside as a correct move. Oh, I just think of, market going sideways as the words that I would use. Oh, if they have double hammer, they have land double hammer, you got me, opponent. If you don't, then I get to win. Or at least play the game. Oh, there's one hammer. I will take 10 damage. Hmm. Oh, Madison, why you gotta call me a nerd? What did I do to deserve this? Yeah, I'll bounce the Ornithopter. I could steal Shaper's Gift. Go get myself something, but it seems kind of bad. Rollers, that's true. Oh, that's really bad for me. That is a very concerning thing to have happen to me. Let me think. Should do this main phase because I can draw a couple different things. What? Did not draw them, unfortunately. I could have drawn Prismatic Ending. Well, I guess I actually have this plus, so I didn't need to worry about it, actually. Yeah, so that was a slight mistake. It doesn't really change anything, I don't think. Bring it. These. Okay, that seems correct. It's firing back, pretty bad. Doughty Voidwalker, also pretty bad. Kind of just trying to Stoneforge Mystic them. Stoneforge Mystic and Mono Rule spells. Probably unfavored. Versus Saga, we'll try those. I mean, I think it's more likely for me to win by. Well, yeah, Stoneforge Mystic and Lightning Souls. I think it's much more likely for me to win if I try and go for the draw rather than for the discard. That is my guess, at least. Feel reasonable about my spot right now. Oh, lordy. I guess I had a Twitch. I had some Twitch stream open, and I was looking to see what it was, and it was just Aspiring Spike. Forgot I was watching Spike earlier. Sanctifier and Beck. That's fine. 1,000 play versus them. That's somewhat reasonable. Chalice on the play could be reasonable. Ultra Confident kind of gets through Sanctifier and Beck. Playing Jun to raise your trophy is interesting. At least 4-0 with it, it looks like. I mean, the two, like, he said he was going to give 200 gifted subs if he wasn't, like, trophy leader. But I don't think that actually, like, I don't think he cares about trophies nearly as much as he cares about, making good content. It's just a nice vehicle for content. I'm going to snap off a fraction on that. It's not going to stay alive. That is very annoying. No attacks. Interesting. What'd you play in the challenge mana symbol? I think I'm just gonna put in the Cauldron Confidence so I can block the Pure Steel Paladin, because I think I need to keep my life total in check. It's 33rd, yuck. So obviously sucks if they have a hammer, but I don't think they have a hammer in their hand based on how they played. I'm basically completely fine just blocking with my Stoneforge Mystic at this point. Yeah, just seen enough. Okay. That game went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I actually agree with Chalice of the Void on the play. On the draw, not so much. Because Chalice zeroing them is pretty good. The Evo turn. Yeah, I tried playing the Emmercool version of creativity as well as like the half, and it just felt like so much worse than just playing like the full combo version. Because I lost a couple different times where I was like resolved creativity and I just like died the next turn. Just like play through it. Um, Only I can keep that hand, unfortunately. This hand I can keep. How much Thoughtseize? That is super, super annoying. I hate Esper Sentinel so much. think I have to do this, unfortunately, because I really want to be able to draw in Vindicate the Urza Saga next turn. Okay, give me a land. Give me a land. Give me a land. There we go. Nice sub. This shrine here. Get a token out of it, but still gonna Vindicate it, so it's not the end of the world. Also, I get a double discard spell next turn, and it's relevant. That'd be really nice. Okay, that's a problem. Wow, they were just sandbagging. Wait, what? Don't they have hammer in their hand? What just happened? How did? What? What's it? What? 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 I mean, they activated both their next side there. I can't vindicate anything unless I'm vindicating exactly Sigarda's aid. Purpose. 7. Finding another Inquisition that just does nothing is super sad. Drawing 2 cards doesn't really do anything either. I'm just stuck on mana here, and like, I just would have gone aggro on the Esper Sentinel on turn 1, then none of these problems would have happened. Maybe I was supposed to do that. Draw a card, because now I'm just kind of in that spot. Maybe they mess up again. Anything's possible. I have to do this, I think. I don't really have a way to win besides that. I should have been dead, but somehow alive. Yeah. I also didn't attack with the Stoneforge Mystic last turn when I would have just been dead if they did that. Wait, what? They're doing this? Okay, I'm not dead. Somehow I'm not dead. They just... I'm so confused. I'm just so confused. I need to find another removal spell next turn, but, you know, I'm in the game. I should be dead here so many different ways. They didn't even get, like, Lyris to the hand. I'm not sure I could have beaten. Well, actually, I could have, but... Now I need to draw, like, removal spell, like, right here. I need to draw 2 cards. Instead. Because I lose to the Lyris because they put Hammer back into play. And my opponent played really, really badly. Gave me like 2 or 3 extra turns that I shouldn't have had, but I think I played badly. I didn't play to their hand being what it was. Did not think that they were going to be sandbagging 3 Ornithopters there. And then have like the Hammer plus the Sigarda's Aid. Like all of it, how it came down just was completely unexpected to me. Here's the deck list, if you're wondering, because the Stream Decker bot is down. But that was just like incredibly unexpected for me. I did not expect that to happen at all. Um, I don't think I can keep this hand. The free spike. Definitely not me. Um, they didn't show. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. I mean, it's really bad if they're on living end. Please don't be on living end. They're on this, which also would have been kind of nice for me to have Snake Fire and Vec against, but not the end of the world. I think my matchup here should be good with how my deck is built. Played Misha's Ball in main phase. They drew a card off of it, so unless they just drew 2 lands, then this should be good to be playing. Oh, just draw 2 lands, so that is good for me. So they're obs on. Wait, maybe they're not obs on. I'm very confused about exactly what they're on. Wait, they only have 4 cards. I'm confused. Are these? Oh, okay. There we go. They have 1 unknown. That's what I thought. I was like, what card am I missing? I was so confused. I would like this to be Dakon, so then I can just set up my draw steps. Be a lot better. Or they just have Luris in the main deck. Okay. Okay, that is like as bad as it could have been for me. Let's hit a real spell, please. Thanks. I have to kill this. Not really an option. I'll probably minus next turn on Teferi, so I can have like a spell, hopefully. Hopefully have a real spell next turn. What's this? Oh. Okay, I don't care about that too much. That's annoying. Oh, lose this land. It's pro white, actually. God, man. These are some weird cards that are getting me here. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Rip. Draw step, interesting. Just fatal push it instant speed, no real reason not wait. I don't want to be reasonable against like some abrupt decay or other garbage thing that they could have to deal with my Teferi, so I want it to minus there. Just don't have like another Luris or some way to get back Luris. That would be a true travesty. Okay, they're just gonna sack that, sure. Rim Flare. Such weird cards. Guess I can just minus on there now. This is like the exact spot I want deck on, where I like get to actually use its plus, get to like minus, get to like continually get value from it. Just crush this guy with Teamertron. Oh, huh. Okay. They want to feel ruin me. Sure. I will get Swamp here. Draw Swamp as well. Surveil 2. Just put both in the yard. Plus here. Pass. Because, like, most likely they're not going to use, like, an abrupt decay or something on this, so you still have Dakon instead, because Dakon is an actual little spell, along with pseudo card advantage. I guess they just have, like, Fatal Push or other things like that. It's somewhat difficult for them to use or discard spells. That's a lot. Damn, they're taking 5 life to do that. That's main phase, too. Too. Let's get rid of the Garbo. It does look like they're realistically just black-green with a cycle in. Let's make sure we use our Teferi. I don't think we walk. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that very easily. I'll just bounce with Teferi most likely here. Draw an extra card. Start with this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess I'll top. Play this out. Minus on the Doughty Void Walker, play out the land, and then be able to just cast the Culture Competent next turn. And we can even just use the attack on to just kill their guy. Feel pretty good about the spot we're in. Like, the fairy has put in a lot of work coming down on turn 3. It already drew us 2 cards and has like the ability to do more. Oh, that's really nice. Hmm. Minus here. And we get to slam Cauldra and get going. And yeah, they've seen enough. What do we want? Getting easy. Damn is probably fine. Nile Spellbomb is probably fine. What do I not want? Thathy is fine-ish. Like all of these. I just take out all my discard. Just not have to deal with that. Just basically play a removal spell and then Planeswalker control. My guess is we basically invalidated their removal spells, as well as they kind of kept a spell light hand. Yeah, I'll keep this. Let's see. If I lose anything but Dakon, I will be happy. Stoneforge Mystic. That makes me think that their hand is removal spell light. That was a nice draw. That was a good one. And we'll skip their. Oh wait, they just don't have another land. Mulligan. Oh, they began with 7 cards. It says they just skipped their turn on accident. I'm just so confused. Must have just skipped their turn. Oh, the Voidwalker. Okay. They're 12. How are they at such like double shock Thoughtseize, I guess? My hope is that they play Leon a minus. I get a Kyle's Guile them, make a token, sack that. Oh, I gotta do it. I gotta actually do it. Let's go. Spell sacrifice creature. Make a hit. 1/1. Hmm. Deal with my spirit. This plus. I think I'm actually fine topping both of those. For the possibility, even though it didn't go as hoped. I mean, we still went 3-2, so it's like not so bad, right? Not everything go the best possible. E for 2. That's fine. I think Castle Ardenvale's gonna be incredibly good here. Okay. Now let's get rid of removal spells, look for threats. I'll top that, because we can make a token and equip it. Also, Ardenvale is like surprisingly pretty good in modern, actually. That sucks. That sucks a lot. That's how they get you sometimes, though. This. All prismatic ending here. One, and they will be sad. The risky game to play on the Twitch would be. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Forgot about that play. Oh, my opponent's gonna be very sad. Gonna just they have to block basically. They're not blocking? What? How do you not block there? What just happened? How did they not block? How do you not block there? What? What just happened? What just happened? Crazy. I don't know what just happened in that match. That felt so weird. Let's see if we can get a 4-1. I did not expect this deck to play like out as well as it did. I think we're playing against some. Yeah, I can keep it sound. Extra special. Yeah, that's how it goes, you know. Can't always have the best things happening, you know. Once more is 6. I like that. I want what you want. It's tapped. Fast turn. From me, this like don't move on here, become a crust. Sometimes we see. From me, this like don't move on here, become a crust. More problems that we see. What is this? Just a scourge spell? As classic. You still got Doughty, so the cookbook shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm gonna play this for a prismatic ending. Talisman of Progress. Okay. I actually can just Kaya minus, can't I? Yeah, I can just Kaya minus on this actually. I don't even have to prismatic ending. But I actually kind of want to get the other Doughty Voidwalker down. I actually want to get the other one down, I think. Because they're going down to 11. We have a 2-turn clock. You're gonna have to like waste cards on this. The only real card I'm worried about out of their deck is if they go Urza next turn. But even then, I kind of have answer by just like kind of minus one on the artifact. These Talthies and Sanctifiers have been incredibly good. They've been incredibly good. Incredibly good in like all my matches, basically. The only match where they weren't incredibly good is the match where I lost in Samurai. Hey, what one line we come across, one problems we see. Just like I ain't doing nothing. Dude, only one thing left to do. Oh, here's old Urza. On Urza? Thought Monitor, maybe? Thought Monitor's somewhat annoying, but not actually that big of a deal still. You're captain of Eos. Interesting. Interesting. What do they get? Asmore? What's Asmore? Alright. Gut? Gut shot? We're just playing gut shot? What is happening? What am I playing against here? Well, I guess I will Kaya down their Asmore. That's crazy. Unfortunately, Stream Decker is down right now. They either have to deal with like one Voidwalker, crack a food, or deal with both Voidwalkers, or make two foods and crack them both. All this, like, if they're making the two foods, they essentially lose their whole hand and they lose their whole turn. So I feel pretty good about my spot. Okay. Bad ending, so they crack a food. Maybe they have another little spell. Or they have another ending? Wow. That is very annoying. That is very, very annoying. They have Underworld Cookbook and an Unknown in their hands. It's something that could be a problem if it is the last card in their hand. Hopefully they don't have the what's it called? The Daredevil. They can have untapped land that doesn't hurt them, Daredevil Underwood Cookbook, and then we'd be in a bit of a pickle. Because they can actually sack two foods themselves alive. But I do have Castle Ardenvale as an engine myself, but not as big of an engine. There's a okay. I don't think that actually matters. I don't know there's any card that is a problem for me now because they don't have the mana to crack the foods. Sure, they're just dead. I'll attack with all of my guys. Be dead. Fragment Saber times these days, yeah. Back to ball. Oh wait, they can just crack. I'm an idiot. For some reason, I thought that they were just dead from this attack, and they didn't need two foods. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's pretty dumb of me, but I still think unless this is Daredevil, I should be fine. Oh, there's that was I don't know how I didn't see that. That was just that's funny. I just didn't see the onboard like thing. They'd still be in a predicament then. I thought it was like, oh yeah, they just like 5 life. It just doesn't matter. They're just dead anyways. It's like, oh wait, they're not. The 5 is not 4. 4 is less than 5. I need a block here, else I'm just dead. So I'm going to block. If I don't block, they just make 2 tokens. This be 6, 7, 10. This time I can count. This time I can count. Maybe surprised that I can count, but I can't. What do they cast? What could you possibly cast here? It's not a bad one to cast. Not a bad one to cast. May I actually lose this game? I thought I couldn't lose this game. Hmm. So there's they crack the food. Sure. I then eat this. Should be in a fine spot now. So they attack with both, and I make a token, and they don't like have anything to reply to the board. Like they have 1 card left here, so if it's not the Daredevil, they can't attack with both because then they die on board. Because they have to discard a card to make a food, and they don't have enough mana to like use Cookbook to bring back a creature to then discard it and then also do something. I'm just gonna take this hit this turn, I think. I don't think they have any deal 3 damage to me. Should be fine here. Can't imagine myself losing. We have lots. Well, I mean, I can imagine myself losing, but you know, I think I'm in a good spot at this point. I put myself in a spot where I think I'm in a winning position. Huh. How's it going, Crater Gnome? I haven't, seen you in the stream in a little bit. There, so they got rid of that. Sure, that's fine. Now I got to block with the human and potentially fatal push something. Really drew it. That is unfortunate for me. They found Oval Chase Daredevil, unfortunately. Seems. Well, if I can deal with this Ranger Captain, then I can do something while they're stuck using all their mana. Oh, there's a Daredevil. That's a problem. Well, they had to draw that turn. It did, unfortunately. Huh. Sort of Fire and Ice are bad at school. I mean, or Culture Continent. I think Sword is actually better here. Because if they have a way to deal with the Sword of Fire and Ice, they're using enough mana such that they're not able to gain the life, and then they die on board, I believe. So it shouldn't be able to deal with it. And then if they had that mana instead to be able to deal with Stoneforge Mystic, then they could still gain life, and I wouldn't have lethal necessarily if I didn't draw a land that was not a shock land that was also untapped to be able to cast a Cauldron Companion. And they could also play around it with sacking this if they needed to. I'm dealing 6 damage here. I just want to play around like a removal spell if I don't draw any way to deal with this. So they could draw off the top, and that would be a problem for me. Sure, I'll just always heal to that. I don't want to have 6 because I could draw something off the Sword of Fire and Ice to actually do something. Let's see what we actually draw here. Not gonna cast Thoughtseize here. Not gonna cast Thoughtseize here. Unfortunately, the deck command does not work as Stream Decker is down right now. Springleaf Trump. Okay. That does not matter. They got to attack. They're not attacking. Oh, I guess they're not attacking because they need to have this. Yeah, that makes sense. That is interesting. It's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I messed up there. I messed up. I could have just had lethal there, but I did it. I didn't realize that I was supposed to do this while I was in the yard. Supposed to do it while I was in the yard. That was a mistake because they would have had to discard their other card in hand, and they can only gain. Oh no, they can still gain. I don't think I want to thought seize them, but I may depending on what I draw. We'll see. May just thought seize them anyways because I have the extra life to work with. Probably doesn't matter either way. I don't think they have any draws win from this spot. Spirit Wraith. That card doesn't matter. Well, let's see what you got, bud. Your captain response. I mean, I don't think it would have mattered. Even if they found Asmore with it would not have changed anything. I think it's the only card that has potential to like disrupt something what I was doing. Seems good. I'll spell Wallace like whatever. Rush ejection kind of whatever as well. How exactly do I want to sideboard here? How exactly do I want to sideboard here? What do you think are the top decks of Modern right now? Also, is Vintage Judge playable? Vintage Judge is playable if you are whitelisted. If you are not, it's not playable. Modern right now, I would say my thoughts Modern right now is play one of these four types of decks. Cascade, Luris, Urza Saga, Ragavan slash Dragon Rage Channeler. The Shell, I'm not sure what's the best, but those are the four cards to play. You can try playing Chalice of the Void as like a different deck, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. Not sure what I want to sideboard out here. I possibly even want to bring in like the Guinea. Pick out Esper Charm. Honestly, sure I have the time to do that every game. Game was really weird. Try this out. This is just bad. So what I think this is fine-ish. This just as James Ashiok. Springleaf Drum, turn 1. Alright. Go get Warrior Grave, probably just play Doughty Void Walker turn 2, depending on what they do. Cavern of Soul as well. I'm gonna play Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, the disaster is they just play like Urza next turn. Don't really want that to happen. But hopefully they don't. Like Urza and then do something else that like sucks for me. Just Asmore. I assume Asmore is a hurry. I assume Asmore is a human. Yep. I was right. I was right. Asmore is a human. Here's the cookbook. I guess I could be in a fine spot depending on what they do. I'm gonna try and make them sack Asmore, get the card from that. Yes. I get them. Just do it. Oh. 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 Huh. Huh. Like a bait? I mean, I have to do the Kai Scowl, but kind of feels like bait. But I mean, I kind of dealt with an Asmore in a way. Even if it is bait, I basically killed an Asmore. I mean, I didn't have to. I didn't. No. It's like even better than killing an Asmore because they don't get the Underworld Cookbook as well. But I need to kill it because of the potential of them being able to cast Urza next turn. Also, they could kill my Stoneforge Mystic if they were baiting with the Underworld Cookbook. Other Asmore. Okay. So were they baiting? It's the real question now. Were they baiting? Doesn't look like they're baiting with how long they're thinking about this. Disenchant. Okay. So they were not baiting. I assume they're gonna kill my Stoneforge Mystic here. Yep. This is the scenario that is difficult. This is a situation which is like somewhat bad, but not the end of the world. Should have attacked that spirit, maybe. Yeah, probably. I picked the instant manager. Played good for. Play some leagues with some decks. I'm definitely going to be playing a like probably bad deck, but I enjoy playing. It's the last card in hands. Not a bad one. That's the last card in your hand. It's not bad. This 3 mana rules well for Asmar, unfortunately. But we've essentially dealt with all the Asmars. I only have one left. Now attack the spirit. I almost attack the spirit until they thought monitor. They didn't draw the Daredevils, so that's good. Kai's dead. You got me. Esper is an Asmar. I'm not sure what the last couple cards on their hand are. I wouldn't be surprised if they use it, I guess, a cookbook to bring back an Asmar now. Yeah, they are using the cookbook. I'm like so confused about what's in their hand though. I'm just gonna play the Batter School next turn, so I want to sack this, try and hit Prismatic Ending. Keeping the Spirit back will allow us to potentially gain 3 life, and I think gaining life is more important than dealing damage, because they may send 2 here. I don't want to kill. If I did these, I want to kill the Asmore. Yep, Urza now. Urza would kind of suck. No Urza. Okay. Oh, they're down to 1 cookbook left in their deck, I guess. Hmm. Thing I'm worried about is them just having like a ton of food that I just like can't necessarily slog through. At some point, I guess I have enough mana to kind of go like use the Banish Skill plus the Cauldron Compliment to kind of make things happen. They're also like they're kind of have a problem with their time at this point as well. Like if the game goes like a bit longer, they just don't have time to win a game 3. Yep. Gained 3 life, didn't have to use my spirit. They did have that as a last card. Okay. So they're gonna have a ton of food every turn. I don't think that should be too big of a problem. Because Cauldron Confident plus Batter Skull should be able to win the game out in the end. Just gonna take me a lot of turns and get things going. Just need to dodge like an Urza here. Basically the big card I need to dodge is Urza. I just want to F6 here. They have it. They got the Urza here. Or I guess they could bring back that, which is a problem as well. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they can just do that. But then we get Cauldron Compliment down, and then equip Battle there. I still need to deal with that as well. This is a slog. This is a slog. I gained life because I had a life blink. That's kind of funny. Play Compliant. No reason really to attack. Yeah, rather save life than damage. Just to cast this chant. Oh, if they did it on Batterskull, actually would have been in a problem spot there. Would have actually been in a problem spot there. Would have been in a very weird predicament. Or sit. Okay. Yeah. Just get a hit for millions. Oh, they've seen enough. They have seen enough. That was a lot of waiting, but we got there in the end. What does our chest give us? Not great. Once again, our chests are not being nice to us at all. Chests have not been nice to us at all. What? If you like this video at all, like me playing Esper, Esper Blade, or anything about this, make sure to give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.